I joked with my date that I needed his last name so I'd know who killed me. An hour later, I was driving for my life as he followed me from the restaurant, and I soon discovered that everything he told me, including his name, was a lie. I met this guy on a dating app about 7 years ago. Back then, I was prone to self-sabotage, constantly Googling my dates and backing out before we even met. For him, I decided I wouldn't do that. Our first date went okay. He was quiet and a little awkward but seemed polite enough, so I agreed to a second shot. On the day of our second date, I texted him asking for his last name, realizing I didn't have it. When he asked why, I jokingly replied, "So I'll know it when you kill me, obviously, LOL JK. It took him an hour to respond with the name. I think the joke didn't sit well. I got to the restaurant, which was on a college campus during the off-season. On a Sunday night, it was completely empty. I texted him that I was there. A few minutes later, he pulled in, drove right past my car and parked in the back of the lot, even though the entire front was open. It was odd. The date itself was fine. I mentioned I lived on the northeast side of the city. He then told me he actually lived in a different city entirely, southwest of us, which contradicted his dating profile. At one point, I brought up a meme I'd seen, and he abruptly cut me off, saying he didn't have social media. The way he said it was annoyed and dismissive. When the date ended, he walked me to my car, standing uncomfortably close. To create some space, I gave him a quick hug so he'd back up before I opened my door. As I pulled out onto the main road, I realized he was following me. He was heading in the complete opposite direction of the city he claimed to live in, hanging back a few car lengths. I told myself I was being paranoid. There was a target down the road. Maybe he was going there. But when I got to the turn that led back to my side of town, I saw him get into my lane. I quickly switched lanes, and he just stayed put, not pulling forward. He was slouched down low in his seat. My heart started pounding. I drove towards Target, waiting until the very last second to swerve into the turn lane. He followed. I pulled into the parking lot and did a few laps around a cart pusher, trying to throw him off. When I pulled back onto the service road, I saw him getting out of his car, slowly scanning the lot like he was looking for someone. I floored it and drove to a different Target on the other side of town, one where I used to work. I ran in and told security what was happening. They scanned the lot for me, and after a while, I finally felt safe enough to leave. When I got home, I Googled the name he gave me. Nothing. Then I remembered he'd once sent me a screenshot of a meme from Instagram. I could see mutual followers listed on it. I went through them one by one until I found a profile that wasn't private. And there he was. His profile said he lived in a completely different place than he'd told me. I reverse image searched his pictures until I found his Facebook profile. He had given me a completely fake name. I reported him to the dating site, and thankfully, they removed his profile. I just can't stop thinking about what might have happened if I had just driven straight home. What's the biggest red flag you've ever ignored on a date? Let me know in the comments.